Welcome back. My name is Nigel, aka Mr. Don't Sleep on the Money, and today we are here to talk to you guys about a serious topic. This topic is so serious, I want you to hit the like button right now because I already know you're gonna like this video and love the information that I give you in order to protect yourself. So today we're talking about application loan fraud, which is doing these get rich quick credit schemes that a lot of these credit YouTubers and gurus are telling you to do that you should not be doing. All right. So a lot of the times you're being told to get either a CPM, which is a credit profile number, lie about your income, or lie about your bills and different things of that nature, right? And here is why you should not lie on a credit application. All right. Lying on a credit application is a federal crime. It is a felony crime, right? And it can lead to up to 30 years in jail and $1 million in fines if you get caught lying on loan applications. All right. Besides that, you can also end up with many other things occurring to you that I'm going to talk about in this video. All right, so let's start off. Right, so you apply for credit, you fake your income, you say that you're making more money than you're making. So what happens? The bank gives you a higher limit card, which is what you're shooting for, right? Now, a lot of these get rich quick scams and these credit gurus are telling you take those cards, get a bunch of these high limit cards, take them and cash out, which means liquidate them, take the money off of these cards, file bankruptcy and run. And that method is a method to trick you into getting yourself incarcerated or in trouble. If you haven't noticed, the people who tell you to do these things have all previously been incarcerated, and typically for doing some type of illegal activity pertaining to money, scamming, money laundering, whatever it is involved in illegal activities. So why are you taking advice from these people when it comes down to making your money, especially when they say, well, what do you have to lose? What you have to lose is your freedoms, your safety, your security, your home life, everything, because anything that you acquire can and will be seized. Even if you put it in someone else's name, they can still seize it if they can prove that that money came from you and it was not legitimate money and that person had knowledge of it. All right. So you get these big limits, you can't handle them. So what happens? You don't pay them, right? So you don't pay them. So your credit is now destroyed for the next 7 years automatically, right? So getting a sentence, 3, 4, 5 years, like some people do, and getting out can be rougher than them just having you in there for the 7 years. Because when you get out, your credit is still destroyed, and you're trying to get back into society, right? So you have all this debt, all this poor credit, and you can't even do anything about it because you can't get a job a lot of the times with poor credit. You can't find somewhere to live. You're going to have a lot of other obstacles because now your credit is destroyed further than it was before, right? So one thing that a lot of people try to do is they try to file bankruptcy. They say, okay, like I said, these get rich quick schemes, run up all these cards, file bankruptcy. That is the worst thing you can do. When you go to bankruptcy court, the banks send in the documentation from them with what you put on your application and your limits and all that stuff. So if you've been lying on these applications and they get there and they say, okay, well, you've never had a job, or you've never filed a tax return, or you have, but these numbers don't match up. When those numbers don't match up, then, and this stuff goes to court, then what's going to end up happening is the banks are going to say, well, we only approved them for this much money because they showed us that they had this much money. This is what they stated as their income, right? And so they're going to say, okay, well, you have two options. You can go at them civilly or you can go at them criminally. And typically, most banks are going at you civilly. So even with going at you civilly, what ends up happening is this is going through the federal system. So this is going to be a federal system set up where they're going to garnish your wages and they're going to take basically your whole paycheck to be paying back this, right? Then if they go at you criminally and you get incarcerated, then you're going to get incarcerated. You're going to get out of jail. You're going to owe these fines and they're still going to be garnishing your wages. So once again, please make sure that you are not listening to these credit gurus, listening to, these criminals that are getting on the internet and telling you guys to commit fraud in order to get high limit credit cards. It's one thing to use household income or something that is legal and legitimate and listed on applications. It's another thing to just go out there and create a number to get an approval. As always, thank you guys. Please make sure that you hit that thumbs up, comment, and share this video out with others, and we'll see you guys in the next one.